Peace and blessings, everyone. It's the coach here with another Smash Mouth Trash Talk. Ready to bring the noise, bring the action, have fun, whatever it is. So, if you're ready for the trash talk, let's bring it. Excited to have this back and ready to talk about the teams that you hate, that you want to trash talk, smash mouth them, whatever it is you want to do. Let's go. Let's bring it up. Let's turn it on and let's turn it up. Hmm. It's real interesting. For me, most people know when it comes to the trash talk, it's usually mostly about the Dallas Cowboys. That team from down south. Yeah, they're the ones that I love trash talking about. Man, I can't stand that team. What about you? What's your team? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Let's go. Talk to me. Tell me what's the team that you hate the most. So, as I just said, the one team I hate the most is the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they're America's team, as they like to say. Okay, I'm an American and they're not my team. That's damn sure. And because they have 5 Super Bowls. So there are other teams that have more than they do. They're not it. Not for me. I mean, it's just so much. There are so many in their fan base that they're obnoxious. They think that they are the epitome of football fans, but they're not. So let me know. Talk to me. Tell me about the teams that you hate too. Teams that you love to hate. Why do you hate these teams? What is it about them? I mean, is it because they don't win championships? Is it because they've won too many championships? What is it about those teams that you love to trash talk? You literally would love to pick them up and put them in the trash can, put them in the toilet and flush them. What? Come talk to the coach. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. So, with everything that goes on in sports, it's so fun sometimes when you watch a team or you're out there or whatever, and you just hear the way players talk. I mean, it's just so much fun. I mean, sitting back, listening to how they talk to each other. I'm here all day. Yeah, you're right. I am here all day. This is what it's going to be like. You got to bring it. You got to play. You got to come better than that. And that's what it is with some of these teams like Dallas. They need to come better, man. I mean, you think about it. They're America's team. And they haven't won a championship since the early to mid 90s. Almost 30 years when you think about it, man. 30 years. But they're America's team. I mean, some people say, in Giants fandom, they talk about the Jets, and I get it. They haven't won since I was knee high to the ground in a sense since the 60s. But they have one championship, and that's it. But Dallas, they've been there 8 times, but they haven't won since the 90s. That's disgusting. At least my Giants. I mean, you could say, well, we've been bad the past decade, but at least we've been to the championship and won. Heck, the Eagles have at least been there and won. Now, you can also say the same thing about Washington. It's been a long time. I mean, they've been through so much drama. Daniel Snyder, now new ownership, name change. But Dallas is it for me, man. It's just, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. I know some Giants fans will talk about Philly, and I get it. I understand why. But for me, it's Dallas. How about them Cowboys? Yeah, how about them? How about we just take them and blow them up and kick them out of the league? Yeah, Dallas. I'm a Giants fan and I'm here all day and I'm going to talk about your team all day long. I mean, your ownership. Okay, he gets you talent, but he's still dysfunctional, man. He's the lead dysfunction. I mean, you just did a trade bringing in a quarterback and you didn't even talk to your head coach at least. You didn't even talk to your head coach and tell him what you were thinking. I mean, how do you expect the organization to function, Dallas? I mean, that's the epitome of dysfunction for me, man. And it trickles all the way down, to your head coach. They don't always win. They have some of the best talent, but they don't win. They haven't won since Jimmy Johnson. I mean, Dallas. I mean, and the fan base. I mean, it's disgusting with the fan base, man. They're so obnoxious. I mean, I'm here all day, Dallas fans. We can talk, we can go at it back and forth, but I'm telling you, you guys are a joke for me. I mean, when are you going to win a championship? You know, 30 years, almost 30 years, and you haven't won one? But you are America's team. You are America's team, Dallas. But it's really interesting. So, I've been talking about the team that I hate the most. What about you? Let me know what you think. What's up, Mac? How are you doing, bro? I appreciate you tapping in. Um, just talking about them boys, America's team, and why I just can't stand them. Because of that, because they're America's team. I mean, it's just funny how everyone thinks that they're the standard for. I understand, bro. I understand. Um, there, and I said it a little earlier. There is a large facet of the fan base that is like that. They don't like the Eagles, and I get it. I get it. And I just put the link for anybody who wants to pop in and talk and get your trash talk on. But and I understand about the Eagles. And look, they've had the Giants number. I get it. But I'll always say the same thing. They got one Super Bowl. They got one. So that's why, to me, they're, it'll always be Dallas. But yeah, the Eagles right now, especially with the team that they have and, the talent that they have and what they did last year, commendable to do it. It is sickening as a Giants fan seeing that, but, like I said, for me, it's the Dallas fans. Who else? What else? Talk to me. What's the team that you hate the most? That you like trash talking? I mean, like I said, Dallas. Ugh, I mean, even the thought of think about the helmet. You put a star on your helmet, thinking that okay, you are the star. Come on, man. Come on. America's team. The fan base is extremely obnoxious. They think that football revolves around them. What's the saying in Texas? Everything is bigger in Texas. Okay, but most of y'all can't handle the concrete jungle. I can tell you that much. So, but Matt, you said it's the Eagles for you. Why? Why do you hate the Eagles so much? Like I said, for me, it's Dallas. I'll even go as far as this. Is there a player or are there any players on Dallas right now that I hate? Hmm. Stefan Diggs. The level of arrogance and I mean I get believing in yourself. Yes, I do. I understand that. I understand guys believing in themselves. So, but living right outside Philly, I got you back. I got you with that. I understand. My ex-wife lived down there, right outside Paulsboro. So I understand. Yes. So if you're right in the heart of it, I get you. I understand why you feel the way you do. So I guess if I lived in their area, I probably my feelings would be different. So it's also because I know more Cowboys fans. Even as a coach, I've coached so many Cowboy fans and the battles we went back and forth with each other. So, but as far as players, it's Stefan Diggs to me. Look, following him his rookie year, and it's just, you watch him. I watch his technique, and it's like you get beat with some of the same things. Now he has worked, he has gotten better, and he is a good player. But when they talk that trash, I mean, yeah, it gets to me. I want to go back and I want to trash talk them right back. I want to go face to face, face mask to face mask, and I want to. I'm here. I'm here. It's going to be a long day. Trust me. It's going to be a long day. Matt, you said they've always been a thorn in the Giants' side. Is it because since the Donovan McNabb era? See, I go all the way back, and I think about when LT was here. LT was here, and we were dominating them. I mean, Ron Jaworski, we used to beat the living mess out of him. So I guess, and that's why for me, I never felt that way about the Eagles, but I get where you're going, being that you live right in the heart of them. So, it is, and as many Eagles fans as I know, even my brother, who's an Eagles fan. I mean, I have a brother who's a Cowboys fan. He and my brother, who was a Cowboys fan, we go back and forth more than my brother as an Eagles fan. So, but I've coached a lot of guys who were Eagles fans, and it was always cordial and respectful. So, and I guess my basis has always been the fans. That's why. But getting back to the player, like I said, it's Stefan Diggs. I mean, he just irks me. I mean, now close seconds is Micah Parsons, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Part of that is because he went to Penn State. I'm a record Scarlet Knight, so it's like he already dominated my team. So and yeah, they kind of want him on the Giants. I never wanted Stefan Diggs. I was watching him in college. I just never was deeply into his game. So, but getting back to Micah Parsons, he's the close second, but it's more of, I really did want him on the Giants, but Meg, you said, for you it's a thorn. Is the thorn because going back to the McNabb era because they were winning since then? And I mean, because I get it. Like I said, I do get with the McNabb era and the Eagles and what they were doing. But I always say this: they got one Super Bowl during that time frame. We got two. So and I guess they could look at me and say I'm being arrogant, and I am. So the Eagle fans want to hate the Giants because I'm being arrogant because they're not on our level. They got one Super Bowl. How many times have they been there and lost? You know, Giants fans, we've been there 5 times and they're 80% win percentage. I'll take that any day. Excuse me. So, next thing I want to ask to those, what are you hoping happens to the team that you hate or players? You know, and I don't mean injury on players or anything like that. I mean, you want them to have bad performance, things of that nature. You want the team to have a losing record, and be the worst team in the league. Because I will tell you, that's what I want for the Cowboys. I want Dak Prescott to throw 30 interceptions. I want their running game to be null and void. I want the Mike McCarthy to look like a buffoon. I want Jerry Jones to just his face just be consistently red with anger because the team is playing like trash. That's what I want for the Dallas Cowboys. It just, like I said, they irk me, and that's what I hope would happen. I know it's not going to happen, but hey, you have to dream, and yeah, that's what I dream for. So I've been holding it by this team from, oh my gosh, yeah, that hurt, that hurt, that hurt. The Westbrook, yeah, Deshaun Jackson with the punt returns, yeah, the Miracle in the Meadowlands. Good one, Matt. You're so right with those. I mean, those are those that I understand why you feel the way you do. I mean, that Herm Edwards one. Yeah, I was a little kid. I remember it. I remember it well. So you have a very good point. The Carl Banks. I mean, Randall Cunningham. I mean, I will admit I was in awe of Randall Cunningham. What's up, King Jers? Haven't been highlighting. Let me show we're talking about this. So I understand, Mac. Yeah, it is one that's a moment you can't get out of your head and it sticks with you. So yeah, it does hurt, man. I mean, but like I said, that Randall Cunningham, because when Carl Banks had him, I admit it, I thought he was down and he put that hand down and got up and just, woo, Westbrook and Deshaun Jackson with those punt returns. If I remember correctly, Vi Sikahema had one too. So, those were some tough moments. So I get it. I get it. But, well, Mac, what do you hope happens to the Eagles their season? I mean, do you wish that they would be the worst team or one of the worst teams in the league? I understand we all understand they have talent, but is that what you would hope, or would you want them to get into the playoffs and lose in the first round of the playoffs? What is it? For me, the Cowboys, like I said earlier, I don't want them to win. I want Dak Prescott to throw like 30 interceptions. Their running game is shut down. They can't really get the passing game going. They're constantly getting pressured every time you turn around, especially in critical moments. Dak Prescott is getting knocked around, sacked. Defensively, teams are able to just run up and down the field on them, pass on them, and just literally just, it's just, and Jerry Jones, I wish that, he, is always red faced with anger. Mike McCarthy, I don't believe in him, and I hope it comes to fruition. King Jers, I think they're not going to be the same like last year. Well, I mean, yeah, we definitely are wishing for that. So, hope they don't. We hope they don't make it, to be the same team as they were last year. I definitely don't want them to be there. So, Mac, I just hope it all blows up in their face. Their fan base is cocky right now, and they need to be brought back down to earth. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean they definitely have some issues with some of their losing some players, their coordinators. What's up, BK Godson? Thanks for tapping in. I really appreciate you guys, tapping in. Anyone who wants to come up, also, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. But yeah, getting back to what Matt said. Yeah, you're right, Matt. There is a facet that is cocky. So yeah, you want to you want them to go through a sense of humble pie. I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. There are those Eagle fans that are like there. I've seen them. I've seen them. I'm not gonna say they aren't. They're all not cordial. The way you feel about the Eagles is the way I feel about those Cowboys. So, um, King Jers, what do you say? Here we go. If the Eagles don't try to win the bowl this year, the window's going to close. Well, Jers, how long do you think that window is then? I mean, because I can see that, with all the money they just invested in Hurts, you're going to have to pay, your receivers. Some of those offensive linemen are going to be looking for money. Otherwise they're going to lose. That's why they lost their right guard from last year. So, and then the guys on defense, they're young, but I mean, you got Bradbury. I found it interesting there. If I understand correctly, there's an article that says that he's going to be playing nickel corner. So don't know as yet, but yeah, I do hope it blows up in their face. And like I said, the Cowboys, I want a total annihilation. I really want them to be the worst team in the league, worse than Arizona. I mean, I know it's not going to happen, but that's what I would have. I hope that I wish they would happen. So, and Mac, I already know how you feel about their fan base. King Jers, how do you feel about the Eagles fan base? I mean, if that's the one that you hate the most, do you think Deuce can be a problem like Scott? Bart Scott. um, my thing with Deuce is he's so small he might be able to hide behind his offensive lineman, but the thing about him is he's small. So how long can he handle carrying the ball? Because he's not going to be able to be a bell cow. That's the problem. He's small, and you keep running him, he is going to eventually get hurt over the course of the season. So they do have to spread it out. The biggest thing is, like I said, being that he's 5'5" and whatever, he can hide behind a 6'6" offensive lineman. And as long as they give him a crease, then he sprints right through it and he's past second level and he's going up against a safety. And then if he outmaneuvers him, then it's a long run. So his level of explosion is a concern. I do say that, but I don't think he's going to be that major of a problem for the whole season. It's New York Giants versus everybody. Okay, I'm not mad at you. I'm definitely not mad at you there. So, it does feel like that because it does feel like every time we turn around, everyone is, discrediting the Giants. So, I mean, and that contributes to the level of disdain with these teams. So, King Jers, I think Dak has too much on his mind. He might make a lot of mental mistakes. Well, if those mental mistakes lead to the team helping the team implode, turnovers, I'm all for it, man. Definitely all for it. If they run Deuceless, he can take ground. Can he take ground and pound? No, he can't. I mean, think about it. He's 100 and whatever, 160, 170 pounds. You're going to take 350-pound guys tackling you consistently, 250-pound linebackers. No, I don't think he's going to be able to handle that. So, no, he's not the type of player that can handle that on a consistent basis. So my next question is, in terms of that fan base, what would you do to the fan base if they were right in front of you? And what do I mean by that is, if you could have their whole fan base in front of you, what do you think? What would you do to them? And for me, line them all up. Give me some cream pies and let me smush it in all their faces and let it slide all the way down their body and look like buffoons. That's what I would. BK Godson, the Eagles are overrated. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking this year. I mean, especially with them losing their head coach. So Philly fan base are worse to you. What is it about their? What is it? What makes them the worst? And what would you do to them, Jers? I mean, I just told you what I would do to the Cowboys. I mean, I would take eggs, throw it at them. I mean, whatever. I mean, and I would just stand there and laugh at them. So, so okay, I see you. Crack bottles over their head. So, you mean doing it like the old school? I get you. Take the movie bottles, crack it upside their heads. So I'm with you there, bro. I'm with you. Smack them around. That's what you would do to the Philly fans. What about you? Anyone else? I mean, some of you got there's some more people in here, and also make sure you hit the like buttons. I really appreciate it. But what teams do you hate? So, Mac, I would hop on with you, Coach, but I'm babysitting my. No, that's fine. I appreciate it. Thanks. I mean, just you guys here is good. Is good. So, man, line them up. Okay. Okay. Line them up. There you go. Line them up. Bang, bang. Shoot them down. I get you. I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you. That's a good one. That's a good one. So, but yeah, I mean, Dallas fan base is just disgusting to me. So, I just really can't stand these. Yeah, they are delusional too. They really are. I mean, I said it earlier. I mean, they're Super Bowl contenders every year, but yet and still, you haven't won a Super Bowl or been to a Super Bowl in almost 30 years. I mean, I have two daughters who weren't even born the last time Dallas went to a Super Bowl and won. So I mean that's the level of delusion. At least Giants fans, I talk about 13-4. You know what? Guess what? My team still has at least been to a Super Bowl, even if it's been since 2011, 2012. We've been to a Super Bowl. So you know what, man? That's the one thing I have never respect. I've never encountered with them. The level of disrespect. Like I said, I've dealt with more disrespect from Cowboy fans, which is what irks me. But you're not the only one who said that. There are a lot of Giants fans and other fans outside Giants Nation who said the same thing. They are disrespectful. So I get it. I mean, and you would think they have 10 Lombardis. I mean, that's true. Stephen A. Yeah, he does. He does. How about them Cowboys? Yeah, and I agree with you. Week one, I'm already primed for it. I was in junior high school. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was what? Hell, I was what? 26, 20? No, 27. Yeah, 'cause I'm 56 now. So yeah, that's how long it's been, man, and it's sickening for the Cowboys. But for us, at least we have. I mean, Eagles, they have their first. Congratulations, have your first. But you still have plenty of losses. So, so that's why for me, my youngest brother, he usually shuts up when I say that to him. My other brother, who's a Cowboy fan, he still tries to come back, and I just say the same thing. I'm like, okay, you're 5-3, we're 4-1, so our winning percentage is much better than you. So still tries to come back at me. Now my sister, she was a Redskin, but now it's she just calls them the Washington team. So she doesn't really talk trash. I mean, what do you expect? So I went to an Eagles Giants game once, and even little kids were chirping at. Really, little kids? Wow, that's deep. That's deep. That's something that is okay. That's deep. That is dope. That is so deep. So I think it's crazy, man. It's sad when you start getting little kids involved like that. But But I get what you're saying. I mean, I haven't experienced that with Cowboy fans. I mean, it's just usually me and the adults. So, so I said, if you played a sport, what team did you hate playing against? So, honestly, in college, I used to hate playing against Montclair State. They just were the epitome of our league that we were playing in. And yeah, they were. They always won. So, and it just irked me. So, I think Dallas is going to be more worried about the new guys and forgot about Danny. Should have at least 75 rushing yards and one touchdown. That concerns me if he gets 75 yards. And the only reason why I say that, unless we are just totally annihilating them in the Russian attack and we're totally controlling the clock and then dominating in that regard, then okay, I'm cool with that. But, if we're running like that, what is Saquon going to have, in terms of rushing yards? So if you're telling me he's having, let's just say he has a buck 30. Okay, so, you know, we're pushing about 200 on the ground. Then, all right, I can see it, but I also want to see the implementation of Darren Waller, Paris Campbell, Jalen Hyatt, um, Slayton, Shep. So Eagles really can't talk to Giants fan. We have four. Yeah, exactly. That's what I always say. We have four Super Bowls, one loss. They have what? One Super Bowl and I believe four losses. So that's why, like I said, my younger brother, he doesn't come at me. He just kind of, he'll say something, well, we just won our Super Bowl. And I'm like, congratulations, you're now sitting at the edge of the big boy table because you at least have one. So you help the division. At least we're the only division that has everyone who has a Super Bowl. But to really be at the big boys, you got to win more than just one. So, but Dallas, like I said, is just they're the epitome. But getting back to, I hated playing against Montclair State. I mean, there was this one guy, my senior. He was a senior when I was a freshman, and he thought he was going to dominate me, and he didn't. He didn't, but boy, did he talk to me the whole game. I didn't say anything. I just played. I mean, I was first learning how to play the game, so I didn't know. But that's all he would try and do. And lucky thing I had guys who, would talk to me. But yeah, it was always Montclair State this, Montclair State that, Montclair, and I hated it. So, but what about you guys? If you played, what team did you hate playing against, and why? But the Eagles, I get it. Like Mac was saying, he's right in the heart of it, so I understand. The level of disrespect that the way they chirp, even with allowing kids to chirp to adults like that. First and foremost, that's disgusting. So, do you think Evan Neal will hold up against Parsons? I don't think he's even going to see Parsons. I think they're going to put DeMarco Lawrence because they're going to want to see. If I'm Dan Quinn and the way Lawrence played last year, that's exactly what I'm doing. He didn't handle him, so until he starts to show, I'm just going to put DeMarco Lawrence on him, and you show me that you're able to handle him. If you do, then I'll make certain adjustments. Then I'll put Parsons over there, and then I'll do different things. But until otherwise, no, he's going to have DeMarco Lawrence coming at him, or I would let DeMarco come right at him, and let's see what he did. Did he make the adjustments? DeMarco, tell me what he did. How is he playing? What's his footwork, his strength? Is he stronger? I mean, does he take the right angles? Is he leaning too much? Is he off balance? I mean, I want information to make adjustments off of that. But if not, no, I think it's going to be DeMarco Lawrence to start. So, but, and did you guys play? I mean, who was it in school for you that you were like, or if you played any sport? It doesn't have to just be football. It could be basketball. It could be baseball, track and field, whatever. Is there a team, a person you went up against that you hated competing against or playing against, not competing, playing against, and why? So, but and I'm ready. I'm ready for week one. You know, them boys, they come to us. You know, I'm so ready for them because I want to smack them around. Meet them at the 50, look them straight in the eyes, and get out there and smack them around. So, BK Goodson, Skyhawks for you. Was this basketball? Was this football? Was this a professional level? Was this high school, college? Where is Skyhawks from? Excuse me. But getting back, yeah, I'm so ready for them Cowboys. But I'm really ready for the whole division. But Skyhawks was football. Okay, 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 okay. Why was it that you hated the Skyhawks, BK? So, but yeah, I'm so ready for them Cowboys. High school in Brooklyn. Okay, okay. I'm trying to think. Brooklyn Skyhawks. It's not Tilden because they're the Blue Devils. I don't think it's boys and girls. So you got me think. You got me really trying to think. Yeah, I know. I know some of Brooklyn and New York City sports a little bit. It's not Erasmus. Or is it Erasmus? It's not. It's not Lincoln. They're the rail splitters. Yeah, you're laughing because I know this stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I went to minor league semi-pro. I mean, it's not the is it the it's not Xaverian or whatever the name is. I had a guy coached over there, but getting back to, I'm so ready for them Cowboys. Seriously, I'm so ready for our Giants to go out there and handle business week one. So, and go out there and dog. Thanks, bro. Thanks, man. I tried. So, but I'm so ready for them. And for the guys that hate the Eagles, hey, I would love for them to lose week one, which I think what they have the Patriots, and I don't think it's going to happen. But if anybody wants to jump on, just let me know. I'm going to put the chat the link in the chat so you can just pop on. So we could chop it up and tell me the teams that you hate. And one other thing, I did skip one question. Is there, where is it? Do you have a nickname, a trash nickname? Here it is. Do you have a trash nickname for the team or fan base? One of the ones that, do you think the screenplay works this year? I mean, yes, we can. I mean, last year was good. I mean, look what happened with Evan Neal. He did get out there. I mean, so yes, I mean, Andrew Thomas is going to work to get out there. So, I mean, I do want to see some more, regular screens, even some tunnel screens, and a couple of bubble screens just to work it out. Get Jalen Hyatt something on the edge and let him, work his magic. So, yeah, I do want to see that. So, but yeah, I do think the screen. One other type of screen is definitely going to be the middle screen, but not to Barkley. I actually want to see a middle screen to Waller, or Wan'Dale Robinson right in the middle of the screen in the field. Set things up, even get defense moving towards the flats, and then hit them right there in the middle. And let Darren Waller get the ball short and just turn right up the field, get the lineman going. I mean, I definitely want to see Smitty, John Michael Schmitz, getting downfield. Zoodle, he's athletic enough. He can get down there if he's in there. So, I definitely would love to see the screen incorporated because that also changes the dynamic of how teams will defend us. So, so that's what I would love to see. So, my freshman year, we played Lakeland High School in Jersey. We arrived to their football field. I was like, Lakewood. I knew you meant Lakewood. I was like, why the varsity team on the field? He was like, no, it's the freshman team. Yeah, they're down the shore. I know who you're talking about. They're definitely up. They're definitely back in the days. Now it's a little bit more spread. The Beagles. Thank you. So I thought I was the only one that calls them the Beagles. I love calling them the Beagles. Jalen looks like a damn beagle. No, we've all been through that, kick jers. I understand. I mean, I've had my playing days. I had one team that really got us. So, but yeah, the Beagles. Yeah, I thought I was the only ones that used to call them the Beagles. So, but um, yeah, I need to come up one for the Cowboys. I mean, they're disgusting as it is. So, um, and for the fan base, nah. I will say this: the Eagles, the one that I do know and I did like was the Jailbirds, because back in the day, the old Vet Stadium, they had a jail there, so that's why it was called. They were the Jailbirds. They had an actual jail in the stadium, so when people who got locked up, they went to court right there. So and some of you Eagles fans who might be listening, might be watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You might not have it at the link, but you had it at the old Vet Stadium, Veteran Stadium, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, they used to call their fan base the Jailbirds. So it was hilarious. With us. Also, guys, make sure you hit the like button, man. Help me get this into the algorithm. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. Just hit the like. You're doing me wonders, man. I really appreciate you guys. So, those of you who want to chop in, I got the link in the chat. Come on, man. Don't be afraid to talk to Coach. I love it. I love talking to you guys. So, but no, I appreciate everything you guys are doing even right now. So, but Jers, yeah, I understand about when you travel down the shore. It's a culture shock when you first go down there. If you're coming from an urban environment. So, me, I grew up around it, so it was no big issue to me. Whether it was playing against guys in the hood or going down into a affluent or into an all, as you say, white area. It didn't matter. Latino area, it was just play ball, man. Just line up, play ball, let me smack you in the face. So, a little bit of I never experienced the remember the Titans type of attitude. So, but I'm gonna go back over one other question because we got new people in here, and I do want to hear what some of you guys. Here we go. So, to you guys that are all here, in terms of fan bases, what would you do to the fan base if they were in front of you? I mean, some have said they'd hit them with bottles. I say I take like cream pies and smash them in the face, and yes, I've heard that one. I've heard that one. It's Lakeland, New Jersey, up north from East Orange. Lakeland? Okay, you got me. I have to research that. It must be in Sussex County then. It must be, because I live literally. I'm right next door to East Orange, so East Orange is like it's 5-10 minutes from me right now. So I've never heard of Lakeland. So, but I'll find out. So, but interesting. I'm definitely gonna look that up. So, but again, what would some of you guys do? If you have these fan bases in front of you. So, I mean, again, it's fun, to do this stuff. So, you guys, I really appreciate your interaction, some of the comments, everything. So, gonna keep this on about another 10 minutes. So unless someone else jumps on, I mean, I've been here, holding it down, and I'm loving it. So make all the Eagles fans, with your ooh, ooh. That would be a good one. That would be a good one. Yeah, I like that one. I mean, I remember last year. I'll be honest. I saw a Cowboy fan have to sing the Eagles fight song, and he had to sing it like he loved it, and he did. He really did a good job, but it was hilarious. So, but that's even better, man. Make him wearing a Giants jersey for a week. Oh my gosh, because I know I could not wear an Eagles jersey. You know, I I don't even think you could pay me enough money right now to wear an Eagles jersey or a Cowboys jersey or a Washington jersey. No, I just can't. So I'm with you on that one, man. I'm with you on that one, BK. Yeah, that's a good one. So yeah, hey, if there's any Eagle fans out there, how do you feel about that? You know, how would you feel if Giants wanted you to wear Giants Nation wanted you to wear Giants jersey? High school was in Winnock. Okay, I know we're not Winnocky by Wayne. Okay, so that's in Bergen County. Okay, so I know where Winnocky and Wayne is. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, that's Bergen County, and yeah, they're up there. So they're literally almost not that far from the New York State border, not the city, the state border. So I know you're talking about. So and yeah, they do have some big boys up there. So, uh, but but yeah, if there's any Eagle fans in there, come on, talk to us. You know, right now it's all been all about Giants. I want to hear other fan bases, or I guess they're too scared to get in here and talk. They don't want to talk to us Giants fans. You know, they're all scared. Washington, Dallas, Philadelphia, San Francisco. Yeah, back in the days, I used to not like San Francisco. You know, and it's obvious why, man. They were winners. I mean, Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Steve Young, um, Roger Craig. I mean, you know, the list goes on and on. Ronnie Lott. I mean, you know, yeah, I used to hate them. That's why I will say this: when we clobbered Joe Montana, not once but twice, Jim Bird up the middle and Leonard Marshall backside. Ah, man, that was a beauty. That was a thing of beauty. How do you feel about bringing back? I've been wanting them to bring the red jersey. See, I love red and blue are my colors, man. I mean, that was my high school color. You know, I love Rutgers Scarlet Knight. My college colors were blue, so I've always had red and blue around me. Some of my minor league, semi-pro teams, I've had that concept. So you know, it's I loved it. What's up, my brother? What's up, NYG? So salute Wells. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you. So, but yeah, I mean, I know there's some Giants fans who were very old school, very conservative, but I loved it because it was different. Exactly, exactly. You know, it was different and it was refreshing. And I love the blue with the red jerseys with the gray pants. It was just to me, it was just really crisp and clean. And you know, I'm very simple. You know, it's not too extravagant. It's just right on point. You know, no flashy designs like fires or anything. I loved it. So, but yeah, where the rest of these fans? I mean, it looks like they don't want to win. When Dak loses to us, they gonna want Dak going. Mm, Look, if we can get multiple turnovers from Dak, and when I say that, I'm not just talking about interceptions. I'm talking about fumbles too. So yeah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. If we can get that, that's the bigger thing because to me that's more critical. That takes away, that stops a drive, and that's frustrating. And then as a fan base, I would love it, man. I will love it. You know, that feed us. You know, yeah, you're playing for us on the other side. Yeah, just give us the ball, man. Go out there, be the turnover prone guy that we know that you are. So, you know, we're going to smack him around and he's going to, as I like to say, he's going to be up, you know. So, and you can get what I'm inferring. He's going to be up, man. He really is. So, you know, and that's what we need. I mean, you know, look, you got your own, I mean, maybe it's just a little psychological prep, but I found it very interesting that your defense is going at your quarterback the way they did. There's competition, and that's disrespect, man. You don't do that to your own teammate. You know, I mean, you know, you want to talk trash, whatever, you know. So, what do you mean by you think money? I think that see me don't trust him anymore. Hmm? Hey, well, hey, that's fine. I mean, hey, I mean, there's going to be the Trey Lance thing. We all know what that's going to do. Even though I don't think Lance is ready, but you know what that does, which that goes in that opens up the door. Okay, you're worried about what part of the special teams? I mean, we have an elite field goal kicker, so I trust that. I'm not worried about that. If you're talking about the punter, yeah, I can understand that. But if our coverage team can do what we need them to do, I think we'll be fine there. So um, let me also put the link in the chat one more time. So anybody who wants to pop on can do so. But as far as the special teams, I do think our special teams will be a benefit, or it can be will be fine. Especially if our coverage and now if what you call it punts the ball the way I want him to, which is you know cut half the field, directional kick, and trying to pin them in between the 10 and even the 10 to 5. I think that helps us long term. So because if that happens, then that's the one thing I have concerns with in terms of Dallas, because I don't think they have. I mean, and I've heard that they do have guys like that we don't know about. Okay, but until they prove it, it's going to be otherwise. But can they run and can they get physical in a long field situation like that? And I don't believe they are. I think we're just going to punch them right in the face. And as you just said, their team is going to implode. They're not going to trust Dak, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. So, but hey, Philly fans, where you guys at? Clifford Scott, East Orange. I know all about it. So, I knew all about it. Do you trust Gray as a kick returner? I mean, he's a rookie. He's developing. I mean, he has to develop, man. That's really what it boils down to. And he has to gain confidence. So, but yeah, Clifford Scott, and then there was what was that college in? It's been so long. That college in East Orange. Because they also had a football team back in the days. It's been so long, man. But they closed down that college back in the day. So, but yeah, my first wife, she's from East Orange, or she was born in that area before she moved to Rahway. So, I mean, I knew all about East Orange. I mean, her family grew up like on South Clinton, right down the street from the White Castles, in between the White Castles and it was a Roy Rogers then. I don't know what it is now. So, but yeah, I know all about East Orange. Like I said, I know Jersey. So, but getting back to Gray, he's a rookie. He has to develop. I get it. I get the concerns. But I think with enough practice, we have enough time. We're going to get him ready if he's going to be that one. If he's not, I think Dave's and the staff are going to put the right guy in the right position to handle that. Isn't Brightwell hurt, Mac? I thought Brightwell was hurt. I thought that he was going to end up because they're probably going to move. I thought they were, or I heard they were possibly going to be moving him to the injury reserve to start the season. But yeah, NYJ, bro, I'm with you, man. I'm ready for that. We're going to demolish those boys. We're going to bitch them and we're going to beat them up and okay. So he's back practicing. Okay, so well, if he's back practicing, then I mean, whether it's kickoff, I think he's there. I don't think he did punts, so maybe they have Gray do punts and Brightwell do kickoffs. Which is fine. You have them there for a reason, so let's use them. So and as long as they give us good field position, that I'm happy with that. And plus the new rule, push from the shove. Look, just fair catch it. Kick off if it's by the goal in between the 25 and the goal line, we bring it out to the 25. I mean, which is perfect. Punt. You teach them. Gray. Look. Get right here or fair catch it. Just secure the ball and let the offense do what we got to do. So, and I'm ready to see our offense. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to. That's what I want to see. I want to see, especially Schmitz against Mozzie Smith. I mean, that's all I keep hearing about, Mozzie Smith. I watched Mozzie Smith in Michigan. I mean, strong kid. Don't get me wrong. He has some talent there, but I think we might be able to handle him and do what we need to do. He's not the type of kid where right now where you can move him when you need to. So if he gets his base set, yes, he's going to be hard. But you know what? There's going to be moments, and if we can attack the middle of their defense, that's gonna change everything. And I want to see, we run at Parsons, we attack him. Let Saquon get on that edge and then get up the field. That's what I want to see, man. And then force them to play 8 in the box, and then you know what? Get Waller on the scene, move Waller 1-on-1 outside, let him get up against their cornerbacks and 1-on-1, and let's take advantage of them. So we need to stop the run, force stack the pass, and let KT and Aziz eat. Their line isn't as good as it used to be. No, I feel you with that. I mean, it's not as dominant as it was. I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier about Deuce Vaughn. So, I mean, he can surprise. But yeah, if whatchamacallit boy is in there, not the first game right off the bat. Will he come with 0? I mean, unless the game flow is dictating that we can do that. He's going to play single high to start. He is going to come with his blitzes. Yes, his exotic blitzes is different. But, I don't think he's going to hit cover 0 depending on the flow of the game. Let me just put it like that. If we're in good position and good control, then could I see him? Yeah, I could see that. But to start, it's going to be, let's feel it out, and let's see where we go there. So, if he does, we're going to be smacking them boys around whenever we come with the blitz. And as long as that puts the ball in harm's way and we get our hands on it, that's what I want to see, man. I mean, my philosophy defensively has always been cause the quarterback, turn the ball over, let's take it to the house right off the bat, come back out on defense, do the same exact thing, take the ball to the house, come back out one more time, take the ball to the house, then we let the offense start to have fun. I mean, that's always been my mentality, whether as a coordinator, as a head coach, even it didn't matter. That's how I like to be, because that sets confidence to the whole organization, to the team. It doesn't always have to happen like that. I mean, if you do that, then the team you're playing is just straight trash. So, but it's the mindset. And that's the thing with me. I love the mindset. So, and that's what I looked at to set up, as a coach, for the whole team. So, but I'm going to start wrapping this up. Anything else anyone has to say about the teams that they want to trash talk or hate? I just want to smack them Cowboys around. I mean, my ultimate dream, I'm going to be honest with you, if we could shut them out and we could put up 30 to 40 points on them. That would be the ultimate dream. I mean, that fantasy, I know it's not real, but if that happens, you will not hit you. Boy, don't let Cowboy fans be around me. Don't. If we were to do something like that, put 30, 40 points and we shut you out. Oh, yeah. Then you're going to hear Coach talk. Man, we hear all day, man. I don't want to hear nobody say crap to me about the Cowboys anymore. The key to the game, Evan Neal, if he plays well, Giants win easy. Well, we talked about that a little bit in NYG, and, they asked about Parsons, and I said, I'm going to keep DeMarco Lawrence over there until otherwise. So, thanks, BK. I'm trying, man. I'm going to try and come with creative ideas. And you guys, if you have anything, shoot me. Let me know, that we could do for this. I mean, it's not just my stream. It's our stream, because you guys are a major part of this, man. So, and, I want to get more fans in here to talk and really get it going, get the juices going. And it's not just about the NFL, everyone. I mean, if it's college you want to talk about, we talked a little bit about high school, I mean, I talked a little bit about my college. So, but this is for all of us, man. So, but, that's pretty much it, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. Again, hit the likes, always leave comments in here, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Hit the notification, man. I really appreciate you all. So, and as I always like to say in sports, make sure you turn it on and turn it up. Let's go. Peace.